Hi, hello. It's kind of strange to be doing a voiceover, but here we are. I'm here to tell you about our trip to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. This was our second full day in Hawaii during this trip, and we were definitely jet lagged, but we got a burst of energy because we learned that the volcano was experiencing an active eruption that we'd be able to view, at least from a distance. So we headed over to the park, but before we went to the crater overlook, we decided to descend into the earth by going through Thurston Lava Tube. It kind of opens in the forest like a secret doorway. The path dips beneath thick ferns and twisted trees. The air feels close and damp and kind of carries the scent of wet stone and rocks. Everything was green above us, like impossibly green, but as if the forest had grown extra lush just to hide what was beneath it. The entrance to the lava tube was a dark mouth in a hillside. Once inside, the temperature shifts. The rock walls curve overhead in a smooth, hollow arc, the frozen remains of molten rock that once rushed through like a river of fire. Now it was quiet, except for the soft shuffle of footsteps and the occasional drip of water from the ceiling. The stone was slick and cool under our fingers, and I tried to imagine it glowing, fluid, alive. It felt impossible that this quiet tunnel had once carried something fierce enough to reshape the land. We walked its 600-foot length slowly, our voices hushed, without anyone asking us to be quiet, and emerging on the other side felt like stepping back into the present. By the time we drove to the parking area for the crater overlook, the day had settled into a steady gray. The rain drifted in sideways in a fine, persistent mist. It wasn't the kind of rain that soaks you all at once, but the kind that slowly finds its way into your sleeves and your hair, cooling you from the outside in. We trekked the 10 minutes from the parking area in near silence. The path was darkened by wet stone. Steam curled up from these unseen cracks in the earth in the distance, kind of blurring the edges of the landscape. At the cliff, we stopped. Now below us was the crater, broad, gray, its surface looking calm and almost empty except for a tendril of steam in the center. When you think of a volcano, you think of fire, the spectacle of the earth breaking open, but nothing glowed. The steam was barely even moving. The volcano, though it was active and alive, seemed like it was holding its breath. The park ranger told us to open our phone cameras and zoom in on the steam. Through the screen, the story changed. Zooming in far past what our eyes could see, a line of orange appeared. Magma, bright and unreal. It pulsed faintly, a slow reminder that beneath the rain and stone, something ancient was flowing, something that was patient and unstoppable. Looking up from the screen felt almost disorienting. The crater returned to gray, the rain returned, the chill crept back in, and yet knowing what was there, knowing what was moving beneath our feet. But after walking through a tunnel carved by fire, after touching the cooled skin of something that once burned bright enough to remake the earth, the hidden glow below didn't feel so distant, it felt connected. The lava tube and the magma were part of the same story, one a finished chapter, and the other still being written. Now the volcano didn't perform for us, but it never needed to. We still stood there longer than necessary, rain beating on our skin, watching the magma glowing steadily below. And when we finally turned back toward the parking lot, chilled and damp, it felt like we were leaving something unfinished behind, not because we hadn't seen enough, but because we'd seen exactly enough to understand how small we are and how alive the earth still is. I hope you liked my little story. I made it kind of poetic. Of course, the knitting is not done yet, so if you'd like to stay till the end of the video, that would be great. Thank you so much for watching.